What is going on YouTube? This is another edition of 717's Features, and I'm your host, Marcus J. And today we are going to be covering college football, previewing some college football today. As we know, the college football season kicks off this weekend. A lot of big games, a lot of the main teams start Alabama, etc. They don't play to the following weekend, but we do have some games kicking off this week. So we're going to get right into it, and we're going to check out some of these rankings, and I'm going to go through some of these games and what I think about them. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Your support is greatly appreciated. As well as hit that notification icon so you can get all the latest updates. If I have an upload, regular recording, or if I'm going live, I usually, post it ahead of time so people can get in the stream if they want to make a comment, etc. Give me their opinion on, whatever topic or whatever, sport I'm talking about. All right, so we're gonna start off with number one ranked Alabama. Obviously, once again, Alabama is ranked number one for I don't know how many seasons in a row now. I mean, it's obvious for good reason. I mean, they have been one of the best teams over the last decade in college football history. Nick Saban, we know the history with Alabama. There's no need to really go into what they're about. But I will say this. I honestly think that Miami has a really good opportunity to beat Alabama. I think that quarterback King that they have, I think he's really good. And I think overall this Miami team is going to be a lot better than they were last year, as long as they can stay healthy and, obviously be on the same page offensively and defensively. I think this is a scary matchup coming in, to the first week, which is on next Saturday, September 4th at 3:30 p.m. I think it's a scary matchup for Alabama. Like I said, I think Miami, has the players to, I want to say, match up with them, but with Mac Jones going, Najee Harris going, I mean, we all know Alabama usually is pretty good at adapting and, just bringing in great players and making everything work and being one of those last four teams in the college playoff. But be that as it may, when you lose certain players, like Najee Harris, like Mac Jones, who's familiar with that offensive scheme, and you got new players coming in, things, sometimes could take a while to mesh. And Miami, fortunately, they're not going through no quarterback change, and they got a lot of players coming back, starting that was there last year. So Miami has a really good opportunity to shock the college football landscape and shake things up and beat Alabama. But I want you to let me know what you think. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about that game between number one ranked Alabama and Miami. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that notification icon so you can get all the latest notifications when I'm uploading, when I'm doing a recording, anything for the show. All right, so now we're going to move on to number two, Oklahoma versus Tulane. This is expected to be a pretty easy win for Oklahoma. Tulane isn't one of those real schools who really haven't really been, they're not really ever mentioned. They're not ever really too good. So this should be one of those type of say tune-up games for Oklahoma. But that's all going to depend on the performance of Spencer Rattler. He showed potential last year, but he also showed room for improvement. I do have him as one of my top players this year to probably end up being one of the best college players. I think he has that potential as long as he can limit the turnovers and turn them into, positive plays. He'll definitely be in that conversation at the end of the year as one of the best college players in all of the nation. I do believe that. I think he has the weapons around him, and I did see he has arm talent. I will say that he has arm talent. It's just all about harnessing that arm talent and turning those negative plays, all those turnovers that he had in the first half of the year last year, and turning them into positive plays. But hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about Oklahoma. Number two, Oklahoma's matchup against Tulane. You guys think Oklahoma will easily run through them, or do you guys think that Tulane will also pull off one of the more shocking upsets in college football by defeating Oklahoma? Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. All right, and I've been hearing a lot about this matchup as well. Number three, Clemson going up against number five, Georgia. And this is another game where a team like Georgia, I mean, obviously they're in the top five for a reason, so a really good team. They have a really good opportunity to knock off Clemson Clemson, obviously lost Trevor Lawrence. Dabo Swinney is another one of those coaches like a Nick Saban. Just they recruit so well that almost every year their team's good no matter what. But Trevor Lawrence was there the last good 3 or 4 years. You know, so with that being said, you don't know how the quarterback position is going to look now that he's gone. You don't know what other certain positions is going to look like. You can be a good coach all you want, but at the same time, you got Georgia, a team that's bringing a lot of familiarity back. You know what I mean? They, to me, have the upside to potentially knock Clemson off and even take their number 3 spot and move Clemson down possibly towards the lower half of the top 10, especially given what might shake out in the rest of these rankings here. But let me know what you guys think. Who do you guys have winning that game? If you're a Clemson fan out there, if you're a Georgia fan out there, give me your take on the game. Let me know what you guys think. How do you think this game will play out? What do you expect? And what will your final score and prediction be? Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. All right, now we got number 4, Ohio State going up against Minnesota. And this is another matchup that could be a upset as well. We have a good few games here in the top half for the top ranked teams in the nation. They're going to be facing some stiff competition. And I think Minnesota is another team that could pull off a shocking upset. Justin Fields is gone from Ohio State. You don't know what that offense is going to look like. Fortunately, they have that receiver evolve there, to have some consistency. But at the same time, with Justin Fields, who's a dynamic talent, you don't know what you're getting at that quarterback position, so we'll see what happens with Ohio State, but I do expect them to win. I just think they're, obviously a well-built program as well. Minnesota, they're still kind of on the rise. They made some noise a little bit, but I expect Ohio State to win. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. If you're Ohio State fans out there, you know what I mean? What do you guys think about this game? Do you think Minnesota has a chance, or obviously you're going to stick with your guns and, go with your team? And if there's any Minnesota fans out there, let me know what you guys think about that game, because I honestly think you guys have a chance, to possibly as well pull off a shocking upset. We got some really good games here in the top half of this college football and the start of this football season. All right, we're gonna breeze through this here a little bit because I didn't want to be on this stream too long. I do have another stream coming up at 8:30. I'm gonna be doing an NFL preview. I'm doing my NFL preview, but how I'm doing it, I'm breaking it down. By division. So not everything's clustered. You don't fit every 32 teams on one stream. Could do it that way, but that would take a little bit. I'd rather just break it down by division. So we're gonna breeze through this. The rest of this. Obviously, number 5 Georgia going against Clemson. Um, Texas A&M going against Kent State. It should be an easy win for Texas A&M, but they also don't have Kellen Mond anymore, so that should be interesting to see how they pan out, especially on offense. We got number 7 Iowa State going against Northern Iowa. Iowa State, to me, is a team that could end up being in the college football playoff if they win all their games and remain undefeated. I think that team is talented. I like what I see from there. All right. Then we got Cincinnati, number 8 Cincinnati going up against Miami of Ohio. You know, that's a game Cincinnati really should win. Number 9 Notre Dame going up against Florida State. That could be a trap game. We don't know how Florida State's going to look, but that could be a trap game just because the history with Florida State, and we don't know. They could be back on the right track themselves. Number 9 Notre Dame. They are slated to be one of the best teams and be in the college football playoff this year, but never know. You know what I mean? Upsets happen. Number 10, North Carolina going up against my boys, Virginia Tech. I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see. because North Carolina did lose their two top running backs from last year, and Michael Carter and I want to say Javonte Williams, if I'm not mistaken, that's his name. And those two are really good running backs. That was a nice dual running back set that they had. Um, I don't want to be biased and go with my team. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to make a prediction on that one. You know what I mean? Just because I want to say my team because I like my quarterback. I think that he's going to Burmeister. I think he's going to improve. I see some talent there, some big playability. Um, I just don't know how North Carolina, especially with those two running backs going, how they're going to look. So I don't want to be biased, so I'm gonna skip that one. But number 10, North Carolina against Virginia Tech, my squad. I want to say my squad, but I'm not a biased person, man. My team is ass, I'll tell you. All right, obviously number 11, Oregon against Fresno State. Number 12, Wisconsin going against Penn State. That should be obviously one of the better matchups. One of the more interesting matchups that has upset alert written all over it as well. Um, Florida, number 13, Florida going against Florida Atlantic. Obviously, number 14, Miami going up against number 1, Alabama. To me, that's a trap game. I got Miami winning that game. We got number 15, USC going against San Jose State. Number 16, LSU going up against UCLA. Number 17, Indiana going up against number 18, Iowa. Number 19, Penn State going against Wisconsin, obviously. Number 20, Washington going up against Montana. Number 21, Texas going up against number 23, Louisiana. Coastal Carolina going up against the Catado, however you pronounce that college name. Number 24, Utah going up against Weber State. And then we got number 25, Arizona State going up against Southern Utah, if I'm not mistaken. So hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about these games. Who do you guys have winning, especially in the big games? You know what I mean? That's the games I'm more, you know what I mean? The games that have trap games like Miami and Alabama, you know, like a Clemson and Georgia. I want y'all to hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think, especially in those two games. That's what I want to focus on, those two games. Who do you have winning between Miami and Alabama and between Georgia and Clemson? Because to me, those are the two trap games right there. Early, those are the two trap games. And I'm going with both Miami and Georgia in those games. But I want to hear y'all opinion. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about Alabama versus Miami. Who do you have winning that game? Do you think Miami can upset Alabama? As well as do you think Georgia can upset Clemson? Hit the comment section if there's any Miami, Alabama, Clemson, Georgia fans out there. I want y'all to hit the comment section and give me y'all opinion. It's a big game, so you know what I mean? I know everybody's going to be on that, especially next week. I know I'm going to try to watch it as much as I can. I will be at work, so that's why I say that. But I did want to just go through it real quick with this quick NCAA video. I also want to give off my potential top 5 players that could end up being the top player in the country at the end of the year. I'm going with Derek Stingley Jr. as my number 1, Spencer Rattler as my number 2, and a lot of people I see don't have Spencer Rattler on their list. You know what I mean? I do have him on my list. I see a lot of potential in him. I think he has a big arm. I just think he needs to harness that and limit the turnovers. I think with the talent that Oklahoma has around him, if he can limit those turnovers, that could be in tune for a big year, possibly a Heisman finalist. So I'm going with Spencer Rattler, Kayvon Thibodeau, C.J. Stroud, and Tank Bisbee. And the reason why I put Tank Bisbee on there is because obviously he's going to have more of a workload for Auburn, being that they lost their 2 main wide receivers in the draft. So that's the reason why I gave Tank Bisbee that ranking to possibly finish as one of the best, if not the best player in college football, because based on what he did last year. And now if he stays healthy, he's going to have even more increased workload. So that's my 5. Derek Stingley Jr., Spencer Rattler, Kayvon Thibodeau, C.J. Stroud, and Tank Bisbee. But I want y'all top 5. Hit the comment section and give me y'all potential top 5 college players that you see being potentially the best player at the end of the year? Hit the comment section. I want y'all opinion. All right, we're going to get out of here for now. Once again, like I said, I do have an NFL preview stream coming up at 8:30, so hopefully y'all tune in for that. Any AFC North fans, that's what we'll be focusing on. You know, Steelers, Ravens, Browns, Bengals. So any Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, Browns fans out there, 8:30, I'll be going live. I already have that broadcasted, so hopefully run across it. You know what I mean? I want y'all to hit the comment section. Give me your opinion on that. But that's a wrap for this NCAA video. Give me your comments on what on the top 25. Give me your comments on the biggest games between Clemson and Georgia and Alabama and Miami. Who do you guys have winning those games? Do you see upsets or do you see the usuals taking care of business? Hit the comment section. I want to know what y'all think. But once again, I'm out of here till 8:30. I will see y'all then. This is another 717 Sports Chat Live feature, college football, NCAA college football. I'm your host, Marcus J. I'm out of here till 8:30. Hopefully, I'll see y'all then.